This is not advice. I'm not your advisor. Peanut butter milk stout. Let's do some questions. Haven't done taxes since 2017. Hello. I'm 27 years old. Up until 2017, my father had done my taxes. You had all your W-2s sent to his town. He recently informed you that he stopped doing your taxes. Okay. When you asked why there was a hold on your FAFSA. All right, that's how you found out. How do you go about doing multiple years of tax returns you have no W-2s for? Oh, you don't have any copies. You never did your own taxes before, but yeah, I'm sure you could handle it. It's not that hard. Yeah, I mean, you got to get the W-2s. You try to get copies. You should try to. What does it mean that you sent them to his town? Like, did he just dump them? But you should be able to get all the information. And then you can still file them. You can file them back up to 3 years, and if you ever do a refund, you'll still get it. Yeah, I don't know what the easiest way to get your W-2s is that you lost, other than contacting your employers. Most of mine are just online, so you could try to re-download them. But good luck. About to close on a house, getting cold feet. From user Buttflap. I'm 25 with a wife and a toddler. We recently got approved for a loan of $145K, 3.5% over 30 years. Great rate. You made $73,000 last year, but don't have much saved. How are you getting the down payment? Are you going to tell me? You've been quoted an estimate of $840 a month. Currently, you're renting a 3-bed, 2-bath trailer. 3-bed, 2-bath. Sounds nice. You spend like crazy living there. And if you cut spending down, you could probably manage living at the new house. Well, what are you spending now? You're scared. Looking at your spending, you aren't saving more than a couple $100 a month. Cutting costs as much as you can. Yeah, I mean, how much are you spending on rent in the trailer? And yeah, I mean, well, how are you going to get the down payment? Do you have it? And then what are you spending on rent now? I mean, if you're spending like $500 a month on rent and you're talking about moving to $840 a month, and I don't know if you've even factored in like the property taxes and insurance and all that. Like, I'd be pretty worried too. As for like ratios, a mortgage that's double your income, it's actually not a bad ratio at all. I mean, it should be pretty doable. I guess it depends exactly what you're spending on. I mean, only a couple $100 a month is not a lot of extra room. 25 is pretty young. You don't need to be buying your first house at 25. The rate's really good, obviously, and I don't think it's crazy, but I mean, you should have a little buffer. So yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused about the cash flow. I don't understand exactly how it's working. Paying down 6-figure student loan debt. Help. You're 26, are doing your best to be financially responsible. Good job. You have almost $10,000 in retirement accounts and almost $10K in emergency savings. Very good job. You hear so many people talking about paying down debt as soon as you can. For you, that's your student loan debt. You got $113,000. A relative promised to pay for all or part of your secondary education and pulled the rug out at the last minute. Man, that sucks. I mean, I'm not an attorney, but like promissory estoppel, it seems like an issue. So here I am with 6-figure debt that feels insurmountable. You refinance twice, your rate's 5%. Good job. Minimum payments are $750. Yeah, if you refi, usually you end up with higher minimums. Here's the question: do you continue to put money in retirement? You don't get a match while you're paying down the debt, or do you put it all towards the student loans? Makes you worried. Bonus info: your fiance and you are looking into buying a home, but you have no idea how it would factor into paying down debt / your financial portfolio. All right. So, depends on the financial status of your fiance, but probably not going to have enough cash flow to do all three things. You probably cannot pay down the loans, save for retirement, and buy a house. Maybe if he has no debt and he's making a lot, it would give you enough to be able to save up for a down payment and make it happen. It's probably going to be hard to do all three. With the rate at just 5% and you already putting $750 a month towards the loans, I don't see a problem with you putting a little bit of money into retirement, even though you're not getting a match. Paying down 5% interest rate, it's not a bad thing. If you said, hey, I really hate having the debt, want to get rid of it as soon as possible, that'd be a reasonable thing to do. But you'd expect the long term, the retirement savings is going to do better than 5%. Do you know how your 401k, retirement portfolio is invested? If it was really, really conservative, then I would definitely not put money into a conservative portfolio, like 60% stocks or less, rather than pay off the debt. But if the portfolio is pretty aggressive, as it should be, if it's in target date funds or stock index funds, which would probably be the default for someone as young as you are, then in that case, splitting them up is fine if you want to feel like you're making some progress. You could even think about just paying the student loans and saving outside of retirement for a down payment. That's a little sketchier. I probably wouldn't try to do all of them at once. I probably wouldn't even try to do saving up for a down payment and not putting anything in retirement. That could be a slippery slope. But I'd pick two, and then depending on your fiance's situation, maybe you could try to do all three. So good luck.